You are listening to GameBreak, brought to you by HNE.
This video is sponsored by... Continuing the strides taken by Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have even more features to the game that should appeal to both avid Pokemon collectors and competitors. Pokemon ORAS takes players back to the Hoenn region a few years after the original Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire adventure. While many of the story points will be familiar to some players, a few of the settings in the game have changed drastically. It is up to the players to discover the new mysteries in Hoenn. Once players reach a certain point in the game, they are granted the PokeNav Plus. This improved PokeNav includes features from Pokemon X and Y Sea-Gear, including the player search system, PokeAme, and Super Train. In issue 261 of Game Informer, Associate Editor Kyle Hilliard stated that forgettable distractions like PokeAme and Super Training also return and are best left ignored. Any dedicated Pokemon player can tell by that comment that Hilliard is just a casual player. Pokemon Ame is an important tool for obtaining certain Pokemon, most notably a specific evolutionary form of Eevee. Super Training is the easiest way to train a Pokemon's effort values. Any highly competitive Pokemon player looking to build the perfect team considers it its most important tool. In the future, perhaps Hilliard should consider why such tools exist in the first place before making comments that downplay their importance amongst most dedicated players. The PokeNav Plus also now offers features that players have long wished to have. The DexNav informs players about which Pokemon in the current area have been captured. It also gives clues about how many Pokemon still have not yet been captured. The Area Nav is a map of the entire Hoenn region. The highlighted paths are the routes the player has taken. Once a player can use Fly outside of battle with a Pokemon or can soar with Latios or Latios, those locations can be accessed from the air. The BuzzNav displays Pokemon news from a player's adventures as well as those players that they have met. It also reveals when a Mirage Island has appeared. The audio and visual qualities is similar to that of Pokemon X and Y, so there is no need to retread those details. However, while the games are built on generally the same software, there are some incompatibilities. For example, Pokemon ORAS has items, moves, Mega, and Primal evolutions that Pokemon X and Y do not. Thus, in a battle where there is a player using Pokemon X and the other is using Pokemon Omega Ruby, the new items, moves, and evolutions would be disabled. In trades, Pokemon with the newer items, moves, and evolutionary stones would not be able to be traded from Pokemon ORAS to Pokemon X and Y. Once again, the main series of Pokemon games have kept its traditions intact with player battling, trading, and training. New additions keep bringing players back with each new release. Plus, with the Pokemon Company International rationing up competition of these games in its live events, there is seemingly no end to what is possible for Pokemon. Just a heads up, Pokemon Bank is compatible with these games. For only $5 United States a year, it is worthwhile investment to be able to store your Pokemon and transfer them to future generations.
To read more in relation to what was covered in this segment, previews, reviews and other game-related articles, log on to www.haslage.net.